Yes, it's the song. I know the song.
I don't know what kind of person you are to understand that. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, what's up?
Hey,
What's up? What's up?
yeah, exactly. How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a great time. I know it's been a little minute since we've done this, but
Anything.
yeah, anything.
Life happens, and we're trying to get control.
I need to open something up real quick so you guys ignore what you saw on my screen just then.
So here's what's happening. We're doing Kung Fu Panda 2, the second of the Kung Fu Panda series.
Yep.
I got my book of beauty here. And let's get going.
Let's do it.
You want me to start or do you want you to start?
It's a good question. I don't know. I think how many pros or cons do you have? Like, what are we starting with, pros or cons?
2 cons. Start cons.
We'll start with cons. You go ahead. Go ahead. You start. Oh, also, I have to apologize to you guys. I'm sick, so.
And that's why it's been a minute. Okay. Tigress random training tactics piss me off.
Why?
Okay. Let me get into it like this. She's over here just like Poe does something. She goes, I spent 72 hours looking at a dragonfly with a wig on just so I can hyperventilate my focus and look into the stars at night. And it's just like, Tigress, shut up. No, stop with this bullshit. Like, I love you, Tigress, especially in this movie, but fuck you. Fuck you. No, you don't need It's the same thing from the first one where she's like, the dragon warrior can survive on dew of this kind of tree for months at a time. It's like, Tiger, shut up.
See, but at least you knew that's who her character is, though. You know, it's like we're coming from the first one.
Her character changed. Her character changed so much from the first one to the second one, but she got more dramatic because that, like, okay, they show that shit like that can happen in that moment. But then, like, some of her training tactic was like, I punched steel until I shattered it into 783 million pieces, and it's like,
when she was talking about punching the iron tree for like 20 years.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you serialist? Come on. Okay, number 2. This could go as a pro and a con for me, but it's in the cons for one reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stealth mode.
Yes, it pissed me off, bro.
Here's why I'm mad. I'm not mad about Poe sucking at actual stealth mode. It's the fact that everybody lost him and nobody saw him.
Facts, like I can understand it's somewhat working, you know, with the enemies who aren't as trained or who they don't know Poe that well. But like the people he's lived with for probably years at this point.
The Fab Five. They had no idea where he went.
Didn't know where he went.
They figured it out in no time. But they were just like, where's Poe? We've been doing all this cool action stuff. What is he doing? And he just walking down the street in the dragon costume. And you're like, you gotta be kidding me.
And it's like him with the pot. Like, come on, brother. But okay.
But hey, that's my 2.
That's your 2? All right. So I have 4.
Okay.
Right.
Is one of them stealth mode?
No, one of them is not stealth mode. But it did piss me off. Okay. Not enough to put it as a con, though.
Okay.
My first con, all of these like animals in the in that whole kingdom working for Shin made no sense to me. Like, what power did he have to be this disrespectful to those wolves, to the gorillas? Like, what actual, I know he was like a W, like, he was good at Kung Fu, but like, what real power did he have to hold them? Was he even paying them?
No. I think it was hypnotism. I think he hypnotized him.
Was it?
He did that to Poe, and that caused him to remember.
Oh, it could be the whole peacock beauty thing.
Now that could be true, but it's still kind of like, how the hell is he getting wolves and gorillas to follow him?
Exactly. Like, how did he do it? It makes no sense. They were just like, yeah, now he's just OP. But
okay. Well, at least they show he's a good villain.
Yeah, he was a W villain.
Okay. Number 2.
Poe ruining the first initial landing. You know, when they were going to save the village from the bandits, and then they had like the dope entrance and everything. It's like he got everything he wanted before in that moment, and then he just ruined it. That pissed me off a lot. I know it's supposed to be funny, but like let him have some serious moments, bro.
I know he's too much of a goofy character to be the main character, but somehow we're here.
Exactly, and that made me mad because like, dude, it was set up so perfectly, and then you're just like ruined it. I don't know. All right, my third one, the inconsistencies in Poe's kung fu throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like when they were fighting the bandits, bro was going sicko mode. And then in other parts of the movie, he's just getting tossed around like it's nothing. I understand.
Yeah, and like, how is he the one who defeated Tai Lung, but is having issues with someone that probably doesn't know a lick of kung fu and just knows the art of throwing a punch?
Exactly. Like it makes no sense to me. Like have him be the OP Dragon Warrior or dumb it down.
Like, and I don't mind if he loses when he's not trying to win.
Right.
Like, if he's like facing Tigress and Tigress pieces him in no time and he's just goofing around training, it's like, cool, whatever. But when he's got to lock in and it's like,
It's stupid. It's so stupid.
makes no sense.
Zero sense. But all right. My last one, and this might ruffle some feathers.
No pun intended.
I don't like the ending. Like, you spent this entire movie working through Poe's trauma, you know, like trying to have him find his inner peace and deal with the fact
Hold
that
on, what part of the ending? I know you're getting into it, but what part of the ending are you talking about?
when they showed the pandas.
Okay.
It's like we spent this entire movie understanding that all the pandas were wiped out. Like his family is gone. Like, you know, like we have to understand that this is the trauma and the inner peace he's working for. And then they're just like, undo all of that because we want to set up a third movie.
See, and that's the thing that I'm confused about because I feel like in the movie they hinted that they were still around.
They showed a few hints when like the mom was running and shit. Oh, excuse me.
But they also showed the like a bunch of people were like, I thought the pandas went into hiding. I thought the pandas went extinct. I thought
It's just like you can't set like to me it's like you can't set up Poe to understand this trauma and fully work through it and find his inner balance just to be like all of that doesn't matter because we want a third movie, you know?
now I do get it. I do understand the frustration, but I do think that ending part where they show the pandas. Yeah, but you got to think of it in his mind. Like he doesn't know that they're around, but we do. So obviously, we're gonna get a third movie where Poe has to meet his biological parents.
Yeah. It's just like seeing it from the lens of Poe and like putting yourself in his shoes. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the eyes of the viewer, it's fine, but like in the eyes of the actual character that we're supposed to be watching, I don't like that.
Now what they could have done is threw in a hint that one of the like they accidentally ran into somebody like while they were going and they were separated. Like Poe and Tigress went this way to do something, and they all went this way, and somehow they caught a glimpse of like one of the like it's like Monkey and Crane or something.
Mm.
Get a caught of one of the wolves going like, "Oh, did you hear? I think there's pandas about." Not just one, as in Poe, as multiple. Like they've seen
See,
more than just Poe.
yeah, if they would have set it up that way, I wouldn't have been as upset. But like the entire time, they're like, "Oh, Shin wiped everybody out." I don't know, pissed me off. But let's go into the pros.
Okay, pros. I got 7. It's gonna be a little weird because they're all simple. First one is the intro to the villain being the intro to the movie. I just think it's great. It immediately tells you, hey, this is the bad guy.
Right.
This is the guy you don't want to mess with.
And it's not like oh, this guy's like we got to figure out who's the bad guy right now. It's an immediate no. This guy is the villain.
Yeah, they're not trying to twist your ankles. They're trying to make sure you know.
Yeah.
Number 2, I got Poe walking to the new city. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
it's just enjoyable to watch him struggle, but still do something funny.
Hmm.
While everybody else, now it does kind of piss me off because he's the Dragon Warrior. He trains all the time. He should have better stamina, but it's just what we come to know as Poe.
That was another inconsistency thing that bothered me a little, but not enough to put on the cons list. Like, dude, you show like, in the first movie, bro was barely able to run like a couple steps. And then he's like taking off, he's running, he's like fast, he's keeping up with the five, doing everything, and then 2 seconds later he's like like, brother, it's like either you're gonna be quick and speedy or you're gonna be slow.
He has asthma.
Exactly. There's no in between. There's no, maybe sometimes you pop off and then other times, but that's a whole nother rant.
My number 3 starts in character development. Tigress becoming a team player.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, she, in the first movie, she was, I can stop Tai Lung. What can I do? Then it became, what can we do as family?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I think it was great. Just made me feel good. Number 4 is the fortune teller.
She's one of mine too.
Yeah, just, I'll be honest, I kind of forgot what that was because I took these notes forever ago. And as I'm writing it down, I'm like, I remember enjoying that scene. I don't know why.
I enjoyed every scene she was on, like she was in for real.
Oh, yeah, duh. Okay, now I remember. She basically being... Actually, no, she's the one that hinted that they're still alive.
She did, but it's still gross. Like, you could just be upfront with him, like, hey, you're not alone. Oh, sorry, Twitch, you guys are about to get an ad break. Oh, well.
Welcome back. But yeah, I think the fortune teller was just a great character to involve, and I think she progressed the story in a deeper level than basically any character does.
Right.
Number 5, Tigress.
Okay.
I think my favorite thing that she does, and I forgot it was in this movie, was when Poe gets flung at her and she just...
And he's like,
it was
see
my
that?
favorite.
That was pure awesomeness.
Yeah. That made me write that down because like she just becomes so funny and just a great character. I think there was criticism in the first one that she was kind of...
Oh, thought I was bleeding for a second.
Anyway, she went from like this character that was all about herself, I'm the best in the world, to realizing she's not as good as she thinks she is. Then she becomes the funniest character amongst all of them.
Right.
My number 6 is Poe's nerdiness for the art of martials, right? Because this man will be like, what is going on? That is insane. And it's just, it's fun because he is supposed to be a martial arts master.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the Wizard King in Black Clover, my personal favorite anime that I really hope gets an ending. He's a nerd. He's really powerful, but he's a nerd. I really don't think it's going to happen, and I'm crying on the inside. Anyway.
All right, your last one.
Poe's aura farming.
That man was aura farming, and like 9 times out of 10, it didn't work out or it ended badly, but he was doing it.
I think the best ones when he comes in, he's standing there just in the days like, look at me. And then he just goes and starts whooping butt. He starts kicking, teeth in. Like, people just didn't know what was happening.
And then it goes to the one where he was standing on top of the building. And they were just
That's
like,
the one I'm talking.
he like throws the hat and it fails.
And I even consider what he did at the end to throw the cannonball back at him.
Yeah.
That's got to be aura farming.
That was definitely aura farming.
It was like the first time I think I've seen aura farming where there was movement involved too. That wasn't just like a cape flowing in the wind.
Oh, just wait till you catch up on solo leveling. Just wait till you're like
3 kings of aura farming: Piccolo, Sasuke. I just had the third one. Why did I?
If you don't say Sung Jin Woo, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself.
No.
Sung Jin Woo is the king of aura farming. Like Every
Who
scene
was it?
that
I'll
man
just
is in,
have
he's
it.
aura farming.
I'll come back to that. I'll find the third one.
It's Sung Jin. I'm
But
telling you
you're
who
not
it
wrong.
is.
Dude, he's not a king, he's a prince. Leave it alone.
No, he is the god of aura farming.
Oh, Batman. That was the other one. Fuck.
Bro, all right, I'm gonna go off on a little side rant here with Sung Drip Woo, as we call him.
No. We'll save that.
Nah,
we'll be doing that
I
in the
have
future.
to. I have to.
No. Batman is the real man of aura farming. You can't tell him.
Man.
That man be standing on
Nah,
that.
Batman is definitely aura farm legend.
I think that's
but
what he does. He just
I
be
don't know why
standing there.
Sasuke's in there. But you know, we're gonna get off that. We're gonna go to my pros now.
Okay.
All right. My first pro is like the inner peace thing that Shifu like started. You know what I'm saying? Like the water driplet. Cause like that man Shifu is always doing some crazy shit in these movies. Like, and we just let him get away with it.
Well, see, something I like about it is because it starts out and then throughout the movie it shows Poe trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like as something that saves them in the end and is the ending of the movie. It makes sense that they introduce it and show him training. It's like one of the first times I think I can remember seeing something like that.
Oh, also, if you want to talk aura farming.
You know what? We're just going to make a video of aura farmers and debate the top 5 true aura farmers. We're going to get into this.
Because I'm about to prove you wrong, bro. Sung Drip Woo. All right, sorry. My second pro.
Batman.
It's a W villain. Like Kung Fu Panda movies. I don't know about the most recent one because I refuse to watch it. But every Kung Fu Panda villain has been goated. Tai Lung, Shin, the motherfucker from the third one.
They give an actual reason, which we'll get into eventually, but they give an actual reason for why they're villains.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. Like, Tai Lung was not given the Dragon Scroll, even though he was no doubt the greatest warrior of his generation.
Definitely should have been given the scroll.
He's 99-1 in 100 fights, and Poe is that one loss.
Yeah.
And then you got this peacock dude, I forget his name,
Shin.
gets informed by somebody he kept around who he knew could tell the future, telling him like, hey, you're going to lose to the pandas as you're trying to create this empire. A panda's going to dethrone you. And he's like, get rid of pandas. Screw that. No pandas.
Take them all out.
Again. So they give you reasons, and it makes you understand as a person sitting there. And like, Tai Lung you could root for because it's understandable.
It was more so like with Shin as well. I sort of understand, but like at the same time, I understand his parents' reaction as well. Like, bro, you're a fucking monster. You came back happy to us that you just slaughtered the fucking pandas, but like, you're a monster. Leave.
What he should have done is brought the pandas into his village and been a part of it.
Exactly.
So that he had control in a smart way, not this Napoleon, Hitler, I'm going to take that over.
Exactly.
Okay. What's your next one?
All right. I always forget how to pronounce her name. The tiger.
Tigress?
Yeah. I was gonna simply put her development, but the development of the 5 as a whole, I'm rocking with in this movie. You know, like as we talked about in the first one, they were kind of dickheads. You know, they were terrible. But then like in this one, Monkey was always chill. But like the rest of them were douchebags. But in this movie, you do have that more like family familiarity, like we're actually close, we do this together type vibe from everybody, and I'm here for it.
And Crane's never been terrible. He's just kind of been snarky.
Yeah.
Okay.
My next one, and this is gonna contradict what I said before, but Poe's fighting development. He actually got better as a fighter, and the reason why I say it contradicts it is because he's still inconsistent with it, but it actually shows him getting better. You know, in the first movie, he lucked his way through beating Tai Lung. Let's be real here. That was absolute luck.
Hey,
up until
the cheeks to the face.
Exactly. Up until the finger hold, Everything else was luck, bro. Tai Lung was putting hands on that man the whole way throughout the movie.
But it
But
just means he's built different. Like he's a tank. He goes in there, can get hit.
exactly. But in this one, he's actually fighting. You know, you see him doing things. Some of it's luck, but like he's actually throwing hands, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
We already talked about the fortune teller.
Yeah, goaded.
And then my last one, the memory sequence where it like tied in the inner piece water droplet while he's like figuring like remembering everything that happened. I think that was absolute, like it was a goated scene.
Yeah, and I think it just ties in the whole movie as a whole. It kind of shows the circle going where it starts out like, hey, I need to teach you this. You need to learn this. He's frustrated, can't learn. He's having nightmares. He has to fight this peacock, does all this crap, and then just ends with him finding his inner peace and understanding, like, hey, this happened.
Right. And then Shifu's little slide remark at the end where he's like, you've unlocked inner peace at such a young age.
It's great.
Yep. All right. We're going to skip a draft today because we feel the draft is too repetitive. When it comes to Kung Fu Panda, it's literally just pick a team and beat the villain.
Fight the villain.
We're going to skip that and go straight into ratings today.
Okay. You want to go first since I started the pros and cons?
All right. Let me pull up my ratings list. All right. For entertainment, I gave it a 23 out of 25. The movie was very entertaining, but there was some things that happened in the movie that I can't give it a 25 out of 25. And that just ties into my cons. The character likability is actually a 25 out of 25, though. There was nobody in this movie that I disliked. Character development, I gave a 24 out of 25. And that just ties along into the inconsistencies of Poe, like his fighting and everything. And I think that'll change in the third movie when we do it. But for right now, it's a 24.
Well, we'll find out.
And the story, I actually really enjoyed. Even though I didn't like the ending, I actually enjoyed it. So 24 out of 25 because I didn't like the ending. It would have been a perfect 25 out of 25 had the ending was good. To me, at least. Some people might have enjoyed the ending. I didn't like it.
Okay. I was getting our numbers down. I gave Entertainment a 24 because I think it's an enjoyable movie. Like it's not something you'll pick to put on, but you will sit there and watch.
Yeah.
Storyline. Well, I jumped 2 categories. Character likability, I gave it 24. Like, and the reason is because I feel like some of the characters, it's not that they're unlikable, but that they're you expected it. Like you expect those characters to be likable.
All right.
And that's why it's not lower because Tigress became likable.
Mm-hmm.
Character development, I actually gave it 22, and the reason is because we didn't see them develop. We just knew they developed.
Right.
The only thing it really shows development is Poe through the whole movie becoming understanding that pandas are there's other pandas in the world, but he's not sure if they're still alive.
Right.
Then storyline, I actually gave it 22 only because like you pointed out the inconsistencies, and I think that kind of messes with the story because that's how the story progresses from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of the inconsistencies of post fighting ability or their abilities to hold their own. Because, like, yeah, Tai Lung was a master and could 5-on-1 them, and they were beating him at one point.
Yeah.
He just got the sneak attack on him. So, like, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Now, I gave this a 92, solid A, almost A minus. You gave it a 96, solid A, almost A plus.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to try to figure out the Rotten Tomato scores?
It is
'Cause I
a
think
75.
for what?
The critic score.
Nope. Critic score is higher, but you're almost there with audience score. Audience score was a 74.
Dang, I was so close.
Critic score is an 82.
It's not bad.
I feel like the critics had a better understanding of this movie than the audience. I feel like the audience saw the first one, fell in love with the first one, and then with Poe's inconsistency, he didn't have somebody against him. It was just him, internal battles against villain.
Yeah, I think the internal battle is probably what pushed a lot of people away
Threw
because
people off.
why did my recording stop? That's not Cash Money.
Oh no. Well,
But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. You guys have a great day. Take it easy. Be good people. A lot of good stuff. We love you.